Albert Grande here from pizzatherapy.com, legendsofpizza.com/blog. I am talking to one of the modern legends of pizza, the renowned pizzioli, Paulie G.
First of all, I'm not a legend. Second of all, no pizzaiolas or Paulie G's, just pizza makers.
Okay.
No chefs, no pizzaiolas.
Okay, that's kind of what my friend John Arena says. I'm a pizza maker, not a pizziola. Hey, Paulie, you got into pizza through your passion of pizza, but initially you were an IT guy.
Well, I was masquerading as an IT guy, but fortunately I didn't do it for too long, only 30 years. You know, you choose a career because it's going to be lucrative supposedly, and you work your way up the corporate ladder, or at least you attempt to, but if you're not a real geek, that doesn't really work too well. And I always loved to cook, and I had to do something else. And long story short, I found this. I never wanted to be a chef and have a restaurant, but loving pizza, I'd observed in a lot of pizzerias how the process was simpler, and it emboldened me. And I said, you know what? I could do this. I think I could do this. And I built an oven at home and proved to myself I could do it first.
That really was you're answering my questions before I ask them. I was going to ask you started with a home oven and you started making pizza for friends and family?
Right. The reason I built the oven was solely to help me open up a pizza joint. It was not, I'm Paulie the pizza hobbyist. It was, I got to do this. I got to prove to myself I could do it. And then once I do that, I got to practice. I got to experiment. And eventually, unbeknownst to me, I was able to use it as a marketing tool as well. I got bloggers to invite themselves to my house. I got them drunk. Gave them limoncello when their stomach was still empty. Fed them pizza for free. And magically, they went back and wrote nice things about me. And the quote-unquote legend was born.
Yeah, that's great. Now, tell me a little bit about Paulie G's itself in Brooklyn.
First of all, Paulie G's, it's not a pizzeria, it's a dining experience, okay? We don't do takeout, and I want people to come in and enjoy the whole experience. I want to meet them, talk with them. Our pizza doesn't travel well anyway, but people refer to it as a business. The more and more I've gone along, I realize it really isn't a business. It's just a great way for me to live and make money at the same time. And hopefully that's reflected in the experience people get when they come there.
Okay, but you have a passion for pizza, obviously, and you've put that passion into your pizzeria.
I do love pizza. In my restaurant, you're not allowed to wear Paulie G's logos. If you want to wear any kind of logos, I encourage people to wear logos from other pizzerias. I got places like Sal's Pizza, Mamaroneck, and Pizzeria Libretto in Toronto sending me stuff for my guys to wear. Every night I do my best to wear another pizzeria's hat because first and foremost, it's about the love of pizza. I go out, I eat more of other people's pizza than I eat my own. People ask me what my favorite pizza is besides my own. I got all kinds of favorites. When people ask me that question, they get a very long answer.
All right, so I'm asking you.
Well, you tell me I can have one slice in all of New York City. Most likely it's the Soho Square at Prince Street Pizza. A close second is the pie at Joan Pat's in Staten Island. Coal oven, I love Titono's. I love the pan pizza at Adrian's Pizza Bar. I love the Napolitan pizza at Motorino and Castè. What else am I forgetting? Regular New York slice. I love New Park Pizza when they're on. They're not always on. You got to ask for a well done. For consistency, give me Joe's any day of the week. Love Joe's. Did I miss any styles? I don't think so.
You hit them all. Okay, that's fantastic. Now, how about Paulie G style? What is your style of pizza that people can expect when they go to your Paulie G?
My pizza was developed from a neo-Napolitan recipe out of Peter Reinhardt's American Pie. It evolved from there. So it's Neapolitan inspired. It's really quite different in terms of the dough. A lot of people compare it to naan. It has a little bit more of a chewiness than the doughiness. There's a nice little pull to it. And we cook it very hot. We get a nice char on it. Every once in a while, we have to explain to people that it's not really burnt. But the other thing that differentiates our pizza are the topping combinations. Right from the get-go, I started with some pretty traditional topping combinations, but I evolved into finding nice sweet and savory combinations. Like I have a pie, a niece and a nephew, that has anisette cream on it, guanciale, and and braised fennel. I have a pie de Monte Cristo that has Gouda, thinly sliced Canadian bacon, and then we drizzle on maple syrup. I got the Hellboy, which everybody in the world loves, that has Mike's Hot Honey on it. I have another pie de Cherry Jones that has dried Bing cherries, gorgonzola, and prosciutto. So a lot of the pies that people really enjoy seem to have that sweet and savory combination, although some of them are more on the savory side, like Daniela Spinaci. But I go for unusual topping combinations that aren't stupid.
Okay. So Peter Reinhardt was an influence. Can you name some other influences you've had, Paulie?
Well, my most important influences were the people that stepped up and opened up their own pizzeria, even though they had never been in the pizza business before. And the perfect example is Mark from Lucale. He used to be in construction. He spent 2.5 years building a place, but within 3 or 4 days, he had the most popular pizzeria in New York City. And I was really emboldened by that, encouraged by that, because it gave me the belief that even though I wasn't a pizza guy, I could do that. The other great influence to me were Tom and Stalin at Nomad Pizza at the time. They were just in Hopewell, New Jersey. Not only did they, they come from another field. They were making the same kind of pizzas as me, the same kind of oven I bought. They were very helpful to me. So they were very encouraging. Matthew from Motorino was another one. Even though he had a chef's background, he was new to the pizza world, and he had just the kind of pizzeria I wanted. Most influential was Roberta's. Chris from Roberta's was extremely helpful to me. I had a lot of questions for him, and he was encouraging, and the place itself was very inspirational to me. I loved the way they took a place that was just a dump and really didn't do much to it at all, and created a place when you walked in, you really felt special. And that made me realize that I could do the same thing and not have to build, Disney World of pizza to bring people into my place. And that really helped me a lot.
You say that Paulie Gee's is a real dining experience. I understand that your restaurant is very unusual.
Well, when you come in, the guys that built the place, thank God I found them. I let them do their thing, and they built a place that really is very seductive. It's a beautiful, warm, dark place. In addition to the pizza, I have a playlist of almost 4,600 songs that I quote-unquote curated. And, people come for the music as well, and I like that. And the music selection, although it's very focused on late 60s and early 70s with some curveballs thrown in, people of all ages seem to appreciate it. The other thing is, again, you come into my pizzeria, hey, I love a good Napolitan pizza and a Napolitan pizza maker, but I have local people in my place. From the neighborhood for the most part, they can still afford to live there. And no red neckerchiefs, no Caputo shirts, but it's just they look like people in the neighborhood. They look like the people who come in to dine there, and that's important to me. There's no uniforms. Like I said, you can't wear Paulie G's logos, and for the longest time I didn't even have any kind of POS system. I just wanted, as I like to say, I wanted to feel like the Little Rascals opened up a pizzeria.
So that's what Paulie Gee's is. The Little Rascals opened a pizzeria, and it's called Paulie Gee's. Another thing that I wanted you to touch on, Paulie G, was making pizza, or for you, your pizza journey was more a lesson on life than a lesson on making pizza. Can you touch on that a little bit?
Absolutely. For the longest time I had a job and I was working for somebody else. And I tell people now, when you're working for somebody else, in most cases, you're just working for somebody else's dreams. I'm a firm believer of stepping up and doing things for yourself, taking risks, walking through the wall of fear. And, if it doesn't work out, you'll make it work out in the long run somehow. Take that chance and take care of yourself, and don't look for other people to take care of you, or companies. And now, I'm doing my best to help other people do the same thing. I'm able to give them a little bit of a head start, and now we have a spot in Columbus, Ohio. That guy got a really good start because he's only 25, and he's getting to do this now. I got Jason, who's about to open up in Miami, Kelly, who's about to open up in Baltimore, and Derek, who's about to open up in Chicago. They all have leases, and they're all career change guys, and I love doing that. I got a couple of other people lined up, 3 other people lined up, perhaps. Talk more when the lease is signed. But I want to help other people step up and be, self-sufficient, and not look, for the world to help them.
I think that's why people really respect you and love you, Paulie G. No kidding. That you're able to do that. You're willing to help anyone that wants to learn. You're willing to help them, and that's just a wonderful thing.
Anybody who's watching this, if you ever have the inclination to tell me that I've been inspirational and inspired you, I want that to be the first half of the sentence. I want the second half to be, I want you to tell me what I actually inspired you to do.
Great. Well, Paulie, let's tell people how they can find your place in New York.
PaulieG.com. Okay, 60 Greenpoint Avenue. Just go to www.pauliegee.com, and not only will you find us, but you'll find some information about our other spots that are opening too. Okay. I like to call us the Brotherhood of Pizza Entrepreneurs.
Okay. Paulie, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. I really appreciate it.
Albert, it's a great honor for you to be wanting to interview me and chasing me down here at the Expo. Really, you only talk to legends, so although I'm not a legend, I'm honored that you'd want to consider me.
Well, I hope this is the first of many conversations, Paulie G. Thank you.
Thank you.
I want to thank Paulie G for that wonderful interview. Thank you so much, Paulie, and keep on making that fantastic pizza that you make. This interview was sponsored by pizzatherapy.com/pizzabooks. For some amazing resources on how to make pizza, go to pizzatherapy.com/pizzabooks. That's pizzatherapy.com/pizzabooks.